What up? Madden 25, nickel 3-3 odd. I'm going to show you the cover 9 blitz. Now, one thing about this is a match coverage defense. So if you don't want to play match, you can come in here, put your zone drops, put your flats on 15, 20, whatever. You can put your hooks on 5, 10, whatever. You have those on anything other than default, it takes you out of match coverage. You could also shade down, putting your cloud flat and your quarter flat, which would be the match portion of it. You could take that, shade down, it puts it into a hard flat. So FYI. Another thing that you need to do is before you select it, you notice packages down there, right? At the bottom, kind of in the middle to the right. You want to put the strong safety inside. Now, reason why we want to do this is because we want to take our nickel, which is actually a strong safety now, and we want to be able to put him in outside thirds and stuff like that, because if they flip the play, then you're going to need to make adjustments, because you definitely want to have baseline on and you want to have auto flip off. Everything else is up to you. Like I mentioned, if you want to come out of the like the match coverage or whatever, put your zone drops or whatever, but off and then base. All right, so let's go ahead and select the play. Only thing we need to do is just flip the play here, and then going to select cover 9, bottom left. And then I'm just going to send out 5. Keep in mind, this is practice mode. There's no IDing, no slide protecting, no motion block, or no play action or motion blocking with a wide receiver, an IDing, cornerbacks and, right side and double team and D tackles, whatever it is that people do to pick up these different loop blitzes. There's multiple ways to do it. Anyway, this is what the play art looks like. Now, if the trips if they flip the play, because right now it's fine with cover 9, because the cover 4, we have the 2 deep zones and the quarter flat over there. It's fine. Like I said, if you want to come out of match coverage, make sure you have your flat set to whatever. Obviously, if you're worried about something like the corner route, I would take those flats and put them on 15 or 20, just depending where they are on the field. But if they flip the play, this is where you can leave that cloud flat over there, and then you can double tap triangle or Y, and you can take Tillman, right? And we can put him into a deep half. If we wanted to put him into a deep half on the right, deep half on the left, outside third on the right. So I'll put him into an outside third on the right. And then we have defense that looks like this. That way, if they flip it, we're going to have a good defense over here on the right side. But by default, we're just going to leave it like that because the play isn't flipped. Only adjustment you have to make, as far as like setting up the blitz, is just spread the linebackers right on the D-pad, up on the left thumbstick. They are going to flip sides. You're going to take this particular sub linebacker, Joseph. You're going to hover right here. Normally, I just hold down left trigger, wait for him to hike the ball, and then I contain. I can't, or engage. I cannot do that in practice mode, so I'm just going to have to hover here like this, and then just engage with them like so, and then we get the loop right there. Of course, Peyton Manning gets off the play, and I'm leaving match coverage on, so that's why the guy is open right there. Even though that particular side of the play, the whatchamacallit, the flat, the cloud flat, that's not match over there. It's only on the left side. So you see right there. But if I were to shade down, we take that away, with the hard flat. And then I'll run it again just to show you. So now I'm out of match coverage because I have hard flat. So, again, I could take this and, I could take the blitzing linebacker on the right and then just put him into like a curl flat or something like that. Or I could leave him into the quarter flat and then just select this and then put him into a hard flat over here on the right if I wanted to, adjust. So it's just like double tapping triangle or Y, selecting circle, and then left on the left thumbstick. If I'm worried about, the flat right there. Could also, if you're worried about maybe like the corner route or something like that, like I said, you have the option to put like those outside thirds and deep halves and stuff like that when you have that strong safety inside. Or if you wanted to, you literally can just man up, say the tight end or something like that, whatever. It's not going to affect the loop blitz at all. One thing that I want to mention, and there it comes in again. Of course, we get to the quarterback right there. with a loop is sometimes I like to come out of QB contain. I mix up what I'm doing all the time. So like I'll spread it out. Maybe this time I want to blitz my outside linebacker over there, but I want to come out of QB contain, and then I may do something like this right here. So put like a curl flat right here. So I have a look that looks like this, where they think the loop's coming in and the loop's not coming in. I'm gonna give them the same look, disguise what I'm doing. Then we got that blitz coming off the edge. You got picked up. You could spread the D line. Maybe that helps get that edge guy to come in a little bit more. So we'll try that this time. And again, like I said, I'm just disguising what it is that I'm doing so that I'm not always sending that loop. And you can do the same thing with the safety over there. Again, so we come in, they picked it up, whatever, but still, my opponent doesn't know. Is the loop coming in? And then, here's the thing. If they start blocking the running backs, they start, IDing and sliding and stuff like that. Like if they slide their protection to the right and then I'm blitzing off the left, that edge defender is going to come in every single time, especially if I like spread the D line and, maybe I crash up, something like this. And if they, start slide protecting to the right, that one is going to come in off the left. Now, alternatively, if you want to, we're going to reset it. We're going to do it. And then, I can come right here. And then I can blitz this safety off the edge over here. Let me see. It's not showing the play art for some reason. But, I can do something like this, And again, I'm sending 5 now instead of 4, but I have that loop blitzer over there. I'm going to shade down with the hard flat right here. And then I needed to contain right there. But, again, just mixing up the blitz, disguising what we're doing to throw the opponent off. But the main setup for this is basically just spreading the linebackers and engaging with this left guard and then disengaging once that looper comes around. And it got picked up. Or didn't get picked up, but got blocked right there. Kind of ran into it. It's kind of hard in practice mode because I can't hold down left trigger. But, this is the main setup for it. Everything else you do is just making adjustments, in game to disguise whatever it may be. That's the look that you want right there. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that down below. One thing to note, if you don't do like and I'll just show you real quick. So if you see I have like deep half, outside third, middle read, middle third, man coverage, blitz as my hot route adjustments for my safety over there. So I'll just show you the difference here if you don't have the strong safety package in. So if we just have normal, so now I have my regular cornerback there. So I'm just going to show you real quick the difference, just so you understand why I'm doing it. So now, if I pull this up, I have a seam flat, a curl flat, a hard flat, a vert hook, a bluff blitz, a blitz, QB spy, man coverage. So if they flip the trips or whatever, the only way I'd be able to play that outside is if I take my outside corner and then put him into a deep half or an outside quarter or whatever. But having that strong safety package, I'm able to actually pick which side that I want him to run to coverage. I can go outside third to the left or to the right, deep half to the left or the right. So I can literally send, the safety, I can literally put him into, a deep half on this side of the field from way down here if I wanted to, so it gives me those options right there. And like I said, if they flip the play, I could still, adjust my outside corner and put him into like an outside third or whatever. And then, if they're running trips, maybe they're running like a crosser or something like that. Like I said, I could take that and put that, deep half to the left side of the field. So he's more or less going to run with anything, that's coming from the right side to the left if I wanted to. So that's the main reason why I do that. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that down below. Hopefully you found this helpful. This blitz is really good. Like, people do know how to pick the loop up now, and that's why I don't always send it. Sometimes I may even just, I may only send 3, hover in the gap and then just put, the looper into, a zone coverage or man them up on someone. You know, there's so many different things that you can do, but just get creative with it and find what works for you, because, you know, what works for me may not work for you, but I'm just showing you what I like, what I run, and what I have success with. That's the video. I'm out. Peace.